For those of you who are not familiar with Monster Hunter got released at the end of February. I had a lot of fun, and wait, hold on. Let's even figure out Steam info, Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, this is so confusing because we're getting we allegedly have 10k people in game right now. Charts. Let's see. We have 10k playing right now. But like there was a hike during the Akuma thing. And here's the problem. I think that before I start reading into the tweet, I think that we have a dip because we keep having content that gets released, and then now that people are done with the content, they are just not tuning in until there's more content to be had. So much so that during the first wave of like content from Monster Hunter Wilds, Maximilian played the entire game till its definitive point at that time, and then moved on to Monster Hunter Generations. And like this is like another trend to where like in the past 3 months it's high, it goes low, it goes high again because there's more content, it goes low, high again because content, and I feel really bad that this is a bad representation of what the game is about. Let's see, the graphic let's see, one of the reasons from them is like the graphics, performance, and overall quality on PC specifically has been abysmal even on the highest end PCs, and no updates have done anything to mitigate it. That's kind of true. Yeah, because like Suki is not, because like that comment alone is inflammatory in a way, because we don't know what Suki's PC stats are. We don't know what those stats are. But there's good thousands or so recent Steam reviews starting the performance issues on the PC of varying reasons. So let's look into it. Let's showcase recent posts. Good game, run bad. Which one's recent? The worst multiplayer system ever. Game itself is fine, but multiplayer is awful. Yeah, because there is a setting because the reason why the multiplayer is currently awful at this time is that you're trying to this is the first time Monster Hunter is cross-platforming. This is the first time Monster Hunter is cross-platforming and is trying to pull in servers from PlayStation, Xbox, Steam together in a big ball of Captain Planet, and you get Captain Turd for the moment. It's Captain Dogwater at the moment, because of like it's trying to do all these things at once. So I'm pretty sure Capcom is at the works of trying to solve these issues when it comes to Monster Hunter. I might be a Monster Hunter shill because I've played the game since college. That was 2010. I played Monster Hunter for like almost 15 years now, and I still believe it's a really good game. It's just poorly maintenance, specifically because of the fact that it's trying to do things where, for this person, if you stuck to strictly like Steam players, you might be fine because it's doing the same things that Monster Hunter World did, same thing that Rise did, where those two games previously don't have cross-platform enabled. You can turn that off and might still have a good time. Performance is shocking even with strong hardware, yes, because it's currently demanding at this time. There's even a way to like reset the shaders, and I understand that much. I should probably look into it. But again, it's still a really good game, and there's still good content of it. Even there's still 10k all-time peak is 1 million players in the past 3 months, and that is technically a good sign for a good game. But again, there's not many people playing right now, And in the last 24 hours, these many people played. That's only because of new content. So it's really difficult to really defend things right now because it's not helping itself, but it itself knows that. Story is not great. It's not supposed to be great. The story is about you getting to beeline to hunt monsters as quickly as possible, and it did its job. How are you calling Alma annoying? If you're talking about the Palico, you can just you can get rid of the sidekick, um, at the cost of making it you and three other NPCs, but you can technically get rid of the cat. However, protect Gemma. Alma wears the Cammy and the Chun-Li skin pretty um, attractively. I will say that. Um, but yeah, like, what do you mean? Unoptimized game still suffering issues, yet the content is being pumped up. Really fun monster with some good ideas and QOL. Impossible to recommend right now though. Performance is abysmal. There's not a lot of content because it just came out of the womb. What do you mean this game just came out of the womb? The previous entries had years to develop content in Monster Hunter World going into Iceborne. We had Rise going into Sunbreak. They had years to curate content. And you saying that there's not a lot of content compared to previous entries? Yes, you can finish the game in roughly 40 odd hours. But what makes you think that there's more content besides reaching to the current point in the high rank missions available, high rank story available? What do you mean? You're not helping the conversation when you say that there's not a lot of content. There is a lot of content right now, especially within its March, April, May, June 4 months of being birthed from the womb that is Capcom. Like this, it has a lot of content for being alive for 4 months, and we're getting more content later at the end of June or March, June, July. We get the Lygaigris update and stuff like that, and more H-Star monsters are coming out. I haven't played it because there's a lot of things going on in my life, but I want to. Okay. The gameplay environment and new combats are super fun. The optimization, yeah, the optimization is really weird. The UI is I do like the fact that the UI tells you, hey, you are going to die. I'm gonna wiggle 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 your life bar to let you know this love tap will kill you. I like that change the quality of life. I like the idea that the game is trying to tell you, hey, wiggle wiggle wiggle, you may die if you stay here long enough. Let's see. Honestly, I don't know what changed in between my okay, I don't know what this guy's about. What changed between World and Wild? It's they're implementing like quality of life though. I don't know what you're asking for. In the time span of literally 2,000 days between releases, either I, the player, have stepped into the river and have changed, or the game has finally stepped out of the river of time to come out a completely different beast. I can't really tell, but the fact I put in less than 50 hours and feels absolutely no need or desire to play anymore ever is either depressing or subconscious, or some subconscious part of the game just feels wrong and irksome and puts many returning players off. I disagree. I will say that um I disagree with this intake to where like um let's see what's yes, the whole point of the main story, everybody knows that the beginning of the game, you're trudging through the mud. Even in worlds, you took so long to get through low rank. Not a lot of people got into high rank. My understanding is that during the inception of Monster Hunter, not a lot of people. There was a percentage of people that was not high that made it through the main campaign to get into the interesting stuff that is high rank, and it wasn't sexy in low rank when you had to track pink Rathian um, uh, track marks, the footprints. You had to. There was a mission that made you track uh, like footprints and signs of the pink Rathian. That took forever. In game, it told you, "Hey, track this." It didn't tell you you can either hunt the area that it could be in, or it didn't tell you that you can like physically like scavenge these states alone. So the slog going through low rank was real to the point where my friend Shrunken had a difficult time getting to the high rank missions. The fact that the main story is shorter helps people get into the interesting stuff like high rank and Gormagala. If you had Gormagala in the tutorial part of the campaign, people would have a hard time. If you had to manually track a meter of a particular monster until you can finally move on, you would lose players. They saw a problem in Worlds and they saw a problem in Rise and they fixed it to where, hey, we got you a story and you can bum rush this to get to the important stuff. So I will say that in trading by trading a shorter um, main story campaign, you get people who are dipping out of Monster Hunter Wilds very quickly because in World, the retention that they kept on players was a whole lot. Oh, testing. They're testing. Okay. Cool. Okay, we're about to start soon, but we're talking more about this later.